Good morning, students. Welcome to the next online video lecture on the introduction part of the operation research. In the previous video lecture that you have discussed the definition of over and where we are going to use the over in different fields. Here in this video lecture that we are going to discuss the limitations of over. Here limitations of over models. As you know that the first limitation is the formulation of a problem has to be accurate and well defined. If not, the solution may not fetch the desired results. Okay, the formulation of problem has very important here. Okay, you need to define it correctly, otherwise you can't get the appropriate results. And second one is the formulation of problems also involves the extensive collection of data which may consume time and money. And the second limitation, that is, it consumes time and money for the collection of the data in order to formulate the problem. And the third limitation is the over involves only quantifiable factors like money, time, space, where non-quantifiable factors such as human interaction, experience, reputations also contribute to the evaluation of practical solutions. Not considering this is the biggest drawback of over. As you know that, as I said in the previous video lecture, okay, it is a concern with the only the profit and the loss, and again it is when it comes to time also. Okay, here it is only deals with the quantifiable factors like money, time, space. Okay, it won't consider any experience, reputations while taking the decision making process. Okay, this is the one of the biggest drawback of the over. And fourth one is, that is, over analysis and solutions are mainly based on the past observation, but there is no guarantee that the same set of conditions would continue in future also. Okay, see here, it uses the past data while taking the decisions regarding the money, time and everything. Okay, it consider only the past data to take the decisions, but in some cases it won't suitable for the future also. It all depend upon the conditions. Okay, this is one of the drawback. And next one is, fifth one is, the whole process of decision making through or may result a higher cost as well as delay in the implementation. Okay, when it comes to cost, it will consume more money, and when it needs to implement it, it takes more time. Okay, now the fifth one is, it is not easy to translate the complex real life practical situations with a lot of variables into simple procedure to able to solve the by the over tool and technique. Okay, here it is not easy to translate the complex, okay, life problems, that is practical situations with a lot of variables that you can't solve by these old tools and techniques. Next is characteristics of over. Okay, the first characteristics is interdisciplinary team approach. Okay, the if you want to solve the problem by using over technique, then you need to form the team of over. That team experts involves the uh, from different scientific and engineering disciplines such as mathematics, statistics, engineering, economics and psychology. Okay, the first characteristics. And second characteristic is scientific research. Okay, it uses the scientific research to arrive the optimum solutions. Okay, that means scientific principles, or we can use the mathematical models to get the optimum solutions. Okay, now the third one is holistic approach. It is always deals with the problem as whole. Okay, in the company that you are having different departments. Okay, it make an interaction between the various departments of an organizations. Okay, then the effect of each decision on working variables of other departments are understood and incorporated into mathematical model before finding the optimum solution. Okay, it consider or it is taken care of all the departments in the organizations while taking the decision, so that we can call it as a holistic approach. Now, fourth one is profit and loss. Okay, as I said, that is our tool and techniques are extremely objectives, like that is when it comes to profit, maximize the profit, and when it comes to loss, minimize the loss. Next, imperfectness solution. As I said in the previous slide, that is our technique may not obtain perfect answer to our problem, but certainly the quality of the solution is going to be improved from worse to bad. Okay, this will not get the perfect solution, but from this tool we can improve the solutions continuously from worse to bad. Okay, now this one is very important. The phases of OR are the steps involving to solve the problems by using OR technique. We need to follow these steps, or you can call it as phases. Okay, the first phase is that observing the problem environment. Observing the problem environment means first we need to taken care who is in all this in the problem environment. Okay, the following points are here. Who are the decision makers? First, who are their objectives? Either it is profitable or minimizable. And the next, third one is what are the permissible extreme values of the control variables. And fourth, which are the uncontrolled variables, what are the probable effect they may have, now possible solutions, what are the various constraints that limit resources. Okay, observing the problem environment, that you are going to in this phase, that you are going to discuss the following these 5 points you are going to take care when you are going to defining the or observing the problem environment. Next, go for second is very important, that is formulating the problem. If you make it correct formulation, then only you can get the correct results. Okay, the problem has to be carefully analyzed and defined after making the above observation. From the above observation we need to formulate the problem. Okay, then only we can fetch the desirable solutions. Next, third step is developing a mathematical model. Here the mathematical model means here that equals the mathematical equations. Okay, over that we are going to define that mathematical model means that we are going to write the mathematical equations. For the first one is decisions variables x1, x2, x3, and second one is objective function, whether it may be maximization or minimization. If it is comes under profit, maximization. If it is some comes under loss, then you can call it as minimizations. That is second, the main objective function. And third one is constraints, which limit usage of resources as well as define extremes. Next, fourth phase is developing a mathematical model. Okay, the computations are carried out to derive the solution from mathematical model generated, and that solution can be obtained by analytical, okay, Monte Carlo method, depending upon the structure of the model. Thus, models are absolutely free from the influence of emotional or biased human thinking, which often affect the decision making. Okay, from mathematical model is known as that how we are getting optimum solution, which is always in the best interest of the problem under the consideration. What you have observed in the previous phases of war, by considering those 3 phases, that you are going to form a mathematical model, and from after solving the mathematical model, that you are getting the optimum solution. And phase fifth, go for testing the optimum solution. Okay, that tested is for feasibility and reasonableness. The feedback obtained is used to update or reformulate model if it is necessary. The model has to be tested as a whole from the time to time, identify and any errors. Okay, here as I said in the characteristic of over, that you are going to improve the solution from one step to another step, from worse to bad. Okay, here the what you are getting the optimum solution, go for the testing for that solution. If it is further improvisation is required, then you can again improve. Okay, that is you can do it in phase 5. Okay, thank you.